you had to count the number of games, the number of matches that you've attended between all of the kids, would it be in the hundreds of thousands?
I can't even remember.
Between then and now, can you imagine?
I can't even remember. They asked, Mom, do you remember?
Favorite moment.
Favorite moment.
Say, with Serena. There are gazillions. A moment that made you go, oh.
When that baby was born, that was my favorite moment. When my baby had a baby.
Yay! What about for Venus?
She haven't had one yet.
Hi, everybody. You're going to love my next mom. Here's your hint. She has a lot to serve. She's a mother of 5. 2 of her daughters are perhaps 2 of the greatest athletes of all time. I'm talking about the mom of Venus and Serena Williams. Together, I think they've won more than 1,600 matches. Let's talk about how she did it. One of my favorite parts.
Hi, Sheinelle.
How are you?
To come.
Okay, so let's start with the early years. Take me back. How did you get through it with practices, homework, cooking, all of that? How did you do it?
I didn't think about it. I just did it. They had goals in mind. I saw them working so hard, and they never, ever complained. Never said, I don't want to go. And in my mind, they were going to be this. And it was a lot of naysayers saying that, they're not going to make it. But I never thought they wouldn't.
You call Venus and Serena the girls.
Mm-hmm.
What was their dynamic like? Serena was the little sister, but they're still pretty close in age, 15 months apart? Mm-hmm. What was their dynamic like as kids?
Well, Serena, believe it or not, was quiet, and Venus was more boisterous and talkative, actually. And I began to see that change when they got older. And Serena did everything that Venus did.
Tell me about the decision to move the family from Compton to Florida?
Florida.
For tennis?
Well, it was just a decision in regards to coaching and getting, a better facility and getting out of Compton, because it was kind of bad. It was really bad. Because I always, before they went out to practice, I always tell you, if you hear anything, duck. I mean, not duck, but hit the ground. That was the standard rule.
That's real.
That's real.
So we talk about, you think about parents who have concerns, but that's life or death concerns when they're just trying to play tennis. Were you a coach as well to them?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the line between coach and parent?
On the court and then at home. And being firm. My yes mean yes and my no mean no. And they know I meant it.
Give me your words of wisdom for parents listening right now who have young athletes.
Whatever they do well, don't mess with it. If it's natural, leave it alone. Don't try to perfect it. They'll perfect it themselves. And let them be a kid. Let them play. And when you're coaching, coach on the court, not at home.
What do you mean by that?
When they come home, let it be a place where it's family.
Do you look back at those times? There's some moms who miss it. They want to go back to it. Others say it was a great time, but I'm glad, it is what it is. Do you miss those times?
No.
You said that really
I don't
quickly.
miss because, you teach, at least I taught my kids to grow up and be self-sufficient and not to come back here to me. They'll be able to take care of themselves and they'll be strong enough.
So then when you're sitting on the sidelines, what's going through your mind? Because you know the game.
Well, I'm watching their techniques mostly, but before they get on the court, I'm watching their mental here.
How important is the mental aspect?
It's so important. And I see a lot of people go out there and not mentally there, but it is so important because you have to believe that you can do something before you can do it.
Do you feel it when there's so much pressure on them sometimes? Are you able to take it away? Do you know what I mean?
I learned to pull it back and just look at it for what it is. It's a game. Someone's going to win, someone's going to lose.
But if she has a tough match, do you leave her alone afterwards if she's upset? We can think of specific games where she was upset. The U.S. Open is coming back around. Mm-hmm. Do you leave her alone after something like that?
You just leave her alone. Don't say nothing.
How did you learn that? Just over the years? Or?
I just learned it I don't know. I just never did it. I just never did it. Don't tell them what you should have did and what they should have did. That'll drive them crazy. You just have to leave it alone.
Both of the girls have such a platform at this point. It almost, to me, transcends tennis. Mm-hmm. You know, they take their gift, they take their platform, and they're using it for all sorts of things.
When you can help somebody else, or you see something that you did that helps someone else be better, that's the best than anything in the world.
When Serena talked about, she has learned to embrace who she is. She talks about the body shamers and people saying, you know, she looked like a man. And she said, you know what? That's not who I am. We're curvy, we're strong, we're muscular. Mm-hmm. Where did she get that from?
It took her a moment because she thought she had to look like everybody else, you know. I mean, we're all made different. We all have different looks. And if you really look at everybody's beautiful. And one size don't fit all.
You've read this, but this open letter that just grabbed our hearts from Serena after she had the baby. She says, thank you for being the role model I needed to endure all the hardships that I now regard as challenges, ones that I enjoy. I hope to teach my baby, Alexis Olympia, the same and have the same fortitude you have had. I love you dearly. Your youngest of 5, Serena.
That was really sweet. I think I had a little cheer for that one. And they called me tough.
Favorite moment of this wild ride so far that you guys have had together as a family?
I know one was the time when they both told me different times that they loved their life. One year, Venus came to me, she said, Mom, I love my life. Because sometimes you wonder if you're doing the right thing. I was thinking, I said, I hope I did the right thing. And then the next year, Serena came and said the same words. So that was a big relief.
What would you say to raising strong girls?
Kids learn from you. Help them understand that they have to love their neighbor. You have to be courteous. You have to be kind. That's part of strength, because it's easy to go and jump and be belligerent. That's easy. It's hard. It's very difficult to be kind to someone that's not being kind to you.
Do you think they're close to retirement?
Oh, I wish.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.